Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Taurus October 7, 2024. You're seeking inspiration today, and you're also inclined to spread it. It's a fine time for enjoying others and connecting well. However, as the day advances, Mercury and Mars challenge one another, and irritation is likely. Nevertheless, you can also use frustrations as motivators to work on something on your own or set your own pace, and you might find you thoroughly enjoy the time you take to do so. Still, avoiding provoking or discussing especially sensitive topics now may be a good idea. Disagreements tend to happen due to rushing and impatience, so make a point of slowing down and do your best not to jump to conclusions. It also makes sense to watch for rushed decision-making. The clock was ticking, and the resounding alarm just went off Capricorn. Yesterday, mighty Mars, our red planet of sex, drive, and passion, began his pre-shadow phase that will last until the onset of the winter holidays. He will be spinning back and forth primarily across the sky from you within your solar house of relationships. This could cause friction to begin in a significant partnership, as if you're just not seeing eye to eye. Tie into the shifts and friction that start now, and you'll have a better idea of what storms await you later on. The best strategy is always to be direct and prepared. Working with others could be frustrating. Usually, you like to take the reins with anything at work. However, you may experience more pushback from your working relationships when the pre-shadow period for Mars retrograde begins. Colleagues, supervisors, clients, and more may test your patience. You could struggle to share control over a project with someone else. It could also be challenging to meet someone in the middle regarding work responsibilities. Since this will be a frustrating period, you should watch how you respond to your coworkers when you feel aggravated. Today's planetary alignment gives you the ability to see yourself for the good, beautiful person that you are. If you have been tending to your needs and paying close attention to yourself, mindful eating, exercise, and sleep, you will feel especially good. If you have been feeling guilty because you've been distracted and neglecting your body, such a benevolent aspect reaches deep into your core and spreads its healing rose gold light. You will have to get into the saddle today. Today's vibrations will push you to lance new ideas and projects or take action in new areas. Professionally, you may have several things going at once, but this is the price and key to your success. You will have to gather information right and left, communicate your ideas and move about. In general, prefer work that is varied rather than that requiring perseverance. You are the initiator today, not the manager. As Pluto enters its final 7 days in retrograde motion, the planet of change and transformation has come to a halt, waiting for permission to proceed forward. Once it moves into direct motion, Pluto will no longer be in retrograde while in Capricorn. These closing days offer an opportunity to pause and reflect on past experiences. Simultaneously, following an eclipsed new moon in your career sector, Jupiter also comes to a stop before beginning its retrograde turn in your work sector, allowing you time over the weekend to reassess and regroup. As the moon returns for its only visit to your friendship sector while Venus, the planet of love, is here, the timing couldn't be better. The moon has returned just as Venus has formed a friendly aspect to Saturn in your communication sector and is just days away from connecting with Mars in your communication sector. At an already powerful time across the communication, friendship, and relationship fronts, this will ensure you are emotionally engaged and aware. Our eyes in the sky. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a loop of overthinking, going over every detail, analyzing every possible angle, only to have the solution suddenly appear when you least expect it? That's the energy surrounding Today Euro, a moment where clarity may arrive when you finally let go of the need to find it. Often, the best ideas or the answers we've been seeking come to us when we stop trying to force them. It's like those times when you're trying to recall something and, as soon as you stop straining, the answer effortlessly comes to mind. Think back to a time in your life when everything just clicked. When, after what felt like endless deliberation, the path forward became crystal clear. How did that moment of clarity feel for you? Was it a wave of relief, a burst of excitement, or perhaps even a sense of surprise? These moments can feel magical, like the universe has finally revealed its plan. If you've had an experience like this, share your story. There may be someone out there right now who feels stuck and needs the reassurance that clarity will come in its own time. Your journey might offer them the hope or inspiration they need to keep moving forward. Let's talk about the challenges that might come your way today. You could encounter a few twists and turns that require flexibility and patience. But rather than seeing these as roadblocks, try to view them as part of the natural flow of life. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and each detour is a chance to discover something new. Have you ever embarked on a journey with a plan in mind, only to find that you needed to change course midway through? And maybe that change, though unexpected, ended up being the best thing that could have happened? Success is rarely a straight line. Life often takes us on a winding path filled with unexpected turns, but those turns can be rich with valuable lessons. If you've ever experienced a setback that turned out to be a blessing in disguise, share your experience with us. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs to help them see that even when things don't go as planned, it doesn't mean they're not on the right track. Sometimes the path that feels the most uncertain leads to the most rewarding destination. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get so caught up in the rush of getting things done that we forget to enjoy the process. Have you ever been so focused on ticking off items on your to-do list that you lost sight of the bigger picture, the joy, the moments of connection, or the sense of accomplishment along the way? Today's energy is a reminder to slow down and savor each step of the journey. Life isn't just about reaching your goals, it's about finding meaning, joy, and satisfaction in the process of getting there. Take a deep breath, give yourself permission to slow down, and remember that the journey is just as important as the destination. It's okay to take your time. By allowing yourself to move through life more mindfully, you'll not only accomplish more, but you'll also experience more joy along the way. And then there are those days when, on the surface, everything seems fine, but underneath, something just feels a little off. Have you ever felt like that? You're not alone. We all experience these moments when our emotions don't quite align with the world around us. Today's planetary energy might be stirring up exactly that kind of feeling, a sense of emotional disconnection or confusion. It can be unsettling when you can't quite put your finger on why you feel the way you do, but here's the good news: it's okay to feel like this. You don't need to fix it or overanalyze every emotion. Sometimes, the best way to navigate these emotional ups and downs is to simply acknowledge what you're feeling without judgment. Allow yourself to experience those emotions without the pressure to change them. Have you ever noticed that when you stop resisting a bad mood and just let yourself feel, it tends to pass more quickly? Tension, frustration, or confusion can be fleeting if you don't fight against them. Be gentle with yourself today. These emotions are temporary, and on the other side of them, there's brighter, more uplifting energy waiting to fill your spirit.